Most people's encountering of ceramic media is in the kitchen or in the bathroom. And I kind of want people to think of the medium in more philosophical ways. I want them to think about it as the earth, as the body. I'm personally very interested in this idea of the earth. So starting to think about clay as something that comes from the earth, something that's embedded in lots of mythological narratives, for example, and then kind of building figures out of them. I'm a contemporary artist and I make large-scale sculpture out of a range of materials, primarily out of clay, but also including bronze, concrete, plastic, glass, you name it, I use it. If you actually encounter my work, I guess you'll find some key motifs. There are lots of snakes, there's lots of gendered and sexual imagery, but primarily my work is really looking at the figure. So representations of the figure historically and in the present, and I guess using the figure to think about power, religion and social order. I was born in Sri Lanka and my parents migrated to Sydney as refugees in 1989 when I was 1 year old, and I grew up in Western Sydney, in Auburn. Within my work I'm often dealing with religion and imagery specific to certain religions. And my interest in, say, Christianity and Hinduism was, they were the religions I was exposed to growing up. I'm not religious personally, but I'm interested in exploring those religions from a cultural perspective. Religious sculpture is one of the oldest forms of idolatry, and I'm really interested in the kinds of figures and icons that societies, I guess, worship. And thinking about it in the present day, you know, we have pop stars, we have people on billboards, we have YouTube, you know, sensations who are kind of benefiting from the same, you know, cult following. Exploring religion is a really interesting place to start, you know, unpacking what's happening in our society right now in terms of power, in terms of aesthetics, I guess also in terms of influence. I think there's almost a flatness at the moment where, you know, we can go on Instagram or go on YouTube and see people with a similar following than a religious figure. I guess within art there's this real history of challenging convention and questioning social norms, and I think learning about art as a child and as a teenager, I think I've really found a place where I could you know, engage with people who were having rigorous creative practices that were really inviting people to think differently about their society at that time and place. And that's what really appealed to me and made me want to be an artist.